All right, what's going on, everybody? So we got some interesting information in regards to Capcom's upcoming releases for the next few years. So for those of y'all that don't know what's going on with Capcom, basically they have been the victims of a ransomware attack. For those of y'all that don't know what that is essentially these hackers. I don't know how they got a hold of this information, but they got a hold of some information, and basically they told Capcom, unless y'all want us to leak this information out there, y'all going to have to pay us. And of course, Capcom said, no, we're not going to pay you. So then they basically leaked it out on the dark web. And so now we're here today talking about a lot of new information in regards to some games. In regards to some games, they're going to be coming out within the next few years. And so, I mean, obviously the bad. So like, there's a good and a bad. There's sort of good and bad to this. Obviously, I think that employees' personal information is out there, so that's obviously a bad thing. But the good thing, as far as us the consumers, I mean, I know that Capcom is hating this. A lot of their plans have, a lot of their plans are now out in the open, and of course the worst possible situation, employees' personal information is probably out there and everything now. But in terms of us the consumers, this is great for us in terms of us just kind of being able to know about these new game releases. And today I'm going to be talking about a few of the new game releases that are going to be coming out within the next few years, according to this massive leak. Now, some of these games, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like some of these games I don't necessarily care about, but I'm gonna talk about anyway, simply because those were the games that were listed on the leak. And I know that there are some people out there that, they might like these games and I might not like the game, so I'm just gonna still talk about it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go through the list. So several games that there are several game release dates, and well, not release dates, because there's one thing that I do need to make clear. Uh, the official release dates, like actual concrete release dates, were not leaked. These are more release windows that got leaked, and it's basically a schedule that got leaked, but it's not like release dates, like concrete release dates. And I should say, I think it should be noted that these dates are probably going to end up moving. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these dates ended up moving, because I mean, obviously they don't want us to. We're not meant to be privy to all this, and they might have to switch things around. I mean, they might have had to switch things around anyway because of the whole situation with COVID and everything. But so without further ado, so let's go ahead and kind of go down the list of game leaks that we got here. So first we got Resident Evil Outbreak. And I thought they came out with this already. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Resident Evil Outbreak, is that the multiplayer game that they came out with? But anyway, Resident Evil Outbreak, quarter four. So quarter four, what's FY? Okay, so like FY 21. I'm guessing 21, 2021. So quarter four, 2021, and by quarter four, so that would mean either like October. I want to say so, like fourth quarter of the year. So that would be like what, September, October, November, December, something like that. So we can expect Resident Evil Outbreak to come out 2021, either sometime between September and December. I think I have that right. Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, I played the original Dragon Dogma demo. I didn't like it, but I know that there's a lot of people that have been. I know there's a lot of people, a lot of fans that have been clamoring for another Dragon's Dogma. So now you got a confirmation here, at least from this leak. So Dragon's Dogma 2, and I correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they just do a Dragon Dogma anime, or am I getting that confused with something else? Could have sworn they did some type of anime or something on Netflix with Dragon's Dogma, or some type of Capcom property. But Dragon's Dogma 2, right? Dragon's Dogma 2, that's going to be coming out the second quarter of 2022. So that would be what, the second quarter. So that's what I think. Second quarter would usually start in March. I think so, like March, April, May, June. I could be wrong about that, but yeah. So that would be like the second quarter of 2022. Street Fighter 6. Now it's been a while since Street Fighter Five. It's been like I want to say more than like 5 or 6 years, more than that. So Street Fighter Six, Quarter 3, 2022, and I think I read something. I think I read something yesterday. I like I should say this. I honestly haven't been I haven't been really following this story too closely, but I thought I read something somewhere that said that Street Fighter Six was gonna be multi-platform, unlike Street Fighter Five. Because y'all remember, Street Fighter Five was a PS4 exclusive because Sony basically funded that game, and without Sony, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but without Sony, they Street Fighter Five wouldn't have even happened. But yeah, so Street Fighter Six, that's Quarter 3, 2022. Now this next one, Rockman, and for those of y'all that don't know, Rockman is basically Mega Man. Mega Man's referred to as Rockman in Japan. So Mega Man Match or Rockman Match, that's gonna be coming out Quarter 3, so the third quarter of the year, 2022. Now I have no clue what this is supposed to be. Rockman Match. Is this supposed to be like a mobile? It sounds like a mobile game, and I'll do a quick search just to because maybe this is I don't know if this is a existing an existing sub series or something. Yes, so I don't know what that is. I'm hoping I think I can speak for a lot of fans. Like I've been looking forward to maybe a Battle Network remake or remaster or something. So I don't know what this Rockman match is, but something tells me it's not going to be what I want. It's not going to be what a lot of fans want. It's probably going to be some like some mobile game type thing, and I don't care about that. But yeah, so Quarter 3, 2022. And actually, when you think about it, I'm trying to think when Mega Man 11 came out. It's crazy. I bought Mega Man 11. I did not play it. I heard the game. Well, I heard mixed things about it, but so Mega Man Match that's coming out Quarter 3, 2022. I'm hoping that it's at least. I'm hoping it's more. If it's a platformer game, I'm hoping that it's more like more like Mega Man 8 than Mega Man 11. I don't know. Mega Man 11 was kind of weird to me, even though I didn't really play that much of it. It was kind of weird. Resident Evil 4 remake. Now, this one, I think if you're a Resident Evil fan, and I'm not a Resident Evil fan, but if you're a Resident Evil fan, I think this was kind of an obvious thing. You know, Capcom has been doing a lot of these Resident Evil remakes, and so far people have been liking them, except for Resident Evil remake 3, the third game for the third game. I heard that was bad, but Resident Evil 4 remake that's supposed to be coming out the fourth quarter of 2022. So once again, you can kind of expect that September through December, something like that. Um, yeah, I don't really have much to say about Resident Evil. I'm not a big fan of it. I personally don't really like it. I tried to play. I don't know why I bought Resident Evil Remake 2, the second one they did, and I did not like the fact that like headshots, like you can shoot a zombie in the head and the joint will keep going. Like, bruh, I shoot them in the head 2 3 times, the zombie keeps going. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't get it. It's not for me. But you know, for those that want it, Resident Evil 4 remake that's coming Quarter 4, 2022. Monster Hunter 6. That's a no brainer. Monster Hunter is that's one of their biggest franchises. I want to say it's one of their biggest franchises within the last few years, especially with the Monster Hunter World. Like you know, when a game like that is so big that like my brother who doesn't play games like that, like he's one of those. I would say that he's a casual gamer. Like he plays stuff like NBA 2K and like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But even he played Monster Hunter World and he kind of liked it. So Monster Hunter 6, and I expect that Monster Hunter 6 is probably gonna be more in line with Monster Hunter World. I'd imagine, or at least it'll take some mechanics that worked in there and kind of put that in there. But Monster Hunter 6 is coming out the second quarter of 2023. Um, Biohazard Apocalypse. And for those of y'all that don't know, Biohazard is basically Resident Evil in Japan. So Resident Evil Apocalypse. So I don't know what this is. This could be a spinoff, or this could be Resident Evil 9, which it wouldn't surprise me as fast as they're like churning these Resident Evil games out. Resident Evil Apocalypse that's coming out Q3 2023. Street Fighter 6 though. I think Capcom, let me just say this, I think Capcom has something to prove with their fighting games nowadays. And like, I'm not like a hardcore competitive, fighting game player or nothing like that. I'm real casual when it comes to the fighting games. But yeah, Street Fighter's been one of those games like growing up, I could play Tekken, I could play like other type of fighting games growing up just by like just button mashing, when I was a little kid and stuff, and I had fun with it. Street Fighter was one of those games that just like didn't really click with me. It looks cool, like Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 4, like that art style looks cool, but I think that Capcom has kind of fallen off when it comes to fighters. With Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, that last Marvel vs. Capcom was trash, and then the last Street Fighter, the Street Fighter 5, that didn't start out too well. I guess it improved over time, but Street Fighter 6 that's coming out fourth quarter 2023. Now here's the thing, I'm gonna skip to this other Street Fighter because I got something to say, man. So like Street Fighter 6, right? That's coming out 2023, the fourth quarter, right? And so Ultra Street Fighter 6, here's what gets me. They planned this crap in advance. They're like, "Oh, we're just going to release a newer version of the game 1 year later." 1 year later, they're going to release Ultra Street Fighter 4. I mean, Ultra Street Fighter 6. It's like, why don't you just release the game in 2024, the whole thing in 2024? Like, they really take advantage. I'm sorry, they're taking advantage. If you buy these like Ultra Omega Edition games, bro, they're taking advantage of the fighting game community. They're taking advantage of you. Like, bro, they only need to release one game. Just release Street Fighter 6 and just release Street Fighter 6 in 2024. Like, why are you releasing the game in 2023? Then you're gonna release a updated version in 2024. But yeah, that's what they're doing in the fourth quarter. At least that's what the plan is right now. Final Fight Remake. Now I need to look this up right quick because Final Fight, it sounds familiar. I know it's probably one of those old school games. Okay, yeah, no. I don't think I've played this. No, I don't think I played this. I think this is something more akin to, because I think also, I'm trying to think, this Capcom did they do what was the name of that game I just looked up the other day? Was it Shinobi Showdown? Samurai Showdown. It's kind of one of those old school games, but it's a remake of Final Fight. I'm like, yeah, that's not for me, but okay. Final Fight Remake, second quarter of 2024. I'd rather they just reboot Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'd rather they just either reboot Marvel vs. Capcom, or like, I never played Darkstalkers. I played Dark. I don't think I played Darkstalkers, but I've seen like characters from it and it looked cool. I played with some of the characters, obviously, because I played Marvel vs. Capcom. So I would love to see a new Darkstalkers. But Final Fight Remake is coming out 2024, the second quarter of 2024. Power Stone. This is the reason. I'm gonna be honest. This is the main reason I wanted to do this video. All the rest of these games up here, I'm just like, that's cool for everybody. That's cool for the fans that want that. Power Stone Remake. When I saw this, I said, I gotta make a video on this. I have to. I have no choice. For years, I've been wanting a new Power Stone. This is the franchise that I feel like Nintendo should have, as soon as the Switch came out and as soon as like Switch was in development, like Reggie at the time, or even like Doug Bowser, people in charge at Nintendo should have said, okay, Capcom, make Power Stone exclusive to the Switch. You know, get the online, make sure the online is great. Make sure the online is great for that, because that's another good party game, just like Smash Brothers, like Power Stone Remake. And I'm hoping that this thing, like when this game comes out, and it's coming out third quarter of 2024, when this game comes out, please support it. Please don't let it die. Like I'm hoping that this remake is gonna be really really good, and I'm hoping that they'll go above and beyond. Just like, because I feel like remakes nowadays, I feel like the bar has been raised, like the standards have been raised because of studios like Vicarious Visions, with the Spyro remakes, and the Spyro remakes, the Crash Bandicoot remakes, and the Tony Hawk remakes. Like the standards have been raised, and I'm also forgetting the Crash Team Racing, and I'll even put Resident Evil 2 remake, even though I didn't like it, but other people do. So I'm just gonna put it out there. Like the standards have been raised. Like, I'm hoping that they don't just like. I hope it. I'll put it this way. I hope it doesn't turn out like how Prince of Persia, that Prince of Persia remake, that remake from Ubisoft. That Prince of Persia game looks terrible. I'm hoping that they take their time with this, because I've been wondering for a while what's going on with Power Stone. It's one of those games that like just with like Devil May Cry 5, like when people were like clamoring, when we were clamoring for a new Devil May Cry, and we finally got it, and everyone was excited. I'm hoping that we can get that same energy for Power Stone, because like Power Stone, Marvel vs. Capcom, Devil May Cry, um, like the Mega Man Battle Network series. Like Capcom has a lot of great franchises under their belt that they need to like tap into. And so like I'm happy that they're going back to Power Stone. And I'm hoping that if people support it, maybe we'll get more Power Stone. But yeah, so yeah, Power Stone, that's gonna be coming. I'm definitely gonna support it. Um okay, now this is weird. Like, good grief. I'll say this. I mean, if you're a Resident Evil fan, it's a good time. It's a good time to be a Resident Evil fan. Resident Evil Hank, or is it Hunk? Resident Evil Hunk. What is this? What is this? Okay, so 2024, quarter four 2024. Um, I'm guessing this is like a spin-off game of some character named Hunk or Hank or whatever. And like I said, all these dates are gonna change, but I gotta say this, they kind of milking Resident Evil. Like on this list alone, there's like what, one, two, three, four Resident Evil games. Four Resident Evil games within the span of let's see, one, cause that's coming out 2021. That's coming out 2022, 2023, 2024. So yeah, like within the span of what, like 3 or 4 years or whatever. But yeah, like this is good that we're at least getting to see all this. I'm hoping that again the personal information that's out there, because I think the employees' personal information that's out there, that's obviously bad. I hope that they can like catch these guys or whatever. Um, I just want to go ahead and scroll through this just to make sure there's anything just to make sure I'm not missing anything or anything. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything that we know about this. Like I said before, these dates could change. If you see me waving my hands, because I got like a bunch of gnats in the freaking house, and they're like a bunch of gnats in the room, and I'm trying to like get through this without having to swat my hand around too much. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I gotta say about these Capcom leaks. It's a good thing for us, bad thing for Capcom. You probably should have paid the hackers, but I guess it's like one of those situations where it's like it's like that whole thing of we don't negotiate with terrorists sort of thing. So it's like, yeah, they just gonna leak your stuff out there, and it's kind of crazy because Ubisoft, I believe Ubisoft it was like a week or two ago. Ubisoft got didn't they got hacked? They got hacked. The Watch Dogs game got hacked, or it was something to do with Watch Dogs or something. Something about Ubisoft got something about Ubisoft getting hacked. I read. So it's kind of crazy these companies with all the stuff that's going on, and then the whole situation with Ubisoft last week with I think there was like a bomb threat or something. So yeah, it was something crazy going on with these companies every week or something. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this new information. Like the video, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. This has been Fear No Hate. I'm out of here. Peace.